Mr. Chairman.
Thanks, Senator Ossoff, and Senator Graham is next.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. To build on what we're talking about, also you have a mission, a counterterrorism national security mission to protect the American people against radical elements abroad and at home. Is that correct?
Yes, Senator.
So thank you to you and yours who are out there in the fight every day. I just want to put a fine point on some of this. So to understand what kind of threats we're facing, when it comes to China, how many cases a week will you open up against Chinese agents trying to engage in illegal espionage activity in the United States?
Well, frankly, I wish I could measure it by week. Senator, we are opening a new China-related counterintelligence investigation about every 12 hours.
Okay, stop. Thank you. To the American people, every 12 hours, the FBI is investigating some nefarious activity driven by the Chinese Communist Party against American interests. Is that a fair statement?
Yes, it is.
So when you talk to the ambassador to China as a member of Congress, House or Senate, and you ask them this question, and they say they're not engaged in such activity, would you consider that a misleading statement?
Well, Senator, I would find it inconsistent with our experience. As you've heard from this hearing, there's no shortage of things for FBI agents to be working on, so I can tell you, and yes, I would tell him that the reason we're opening a new investigation every 12 hours sure as heck ain't because we don't have enough else to do.
And on the level of severity, the harm it could do to our country, are some of these cases pretty severe in nature?
Absolutely. It represents the potential of who's going to dominate the most significant industry sectors for decades.
So number one, America is virtually under attack by Chinese espionage activity in our economic sector every 12 hours. So that's where we're at. Do you need more resources than you have today to combat this?
Absolutely.
Just write it down, and I dare somebody to say no.
The point I would add to that, Senator, because I think you're hitting an important topic here, which is in addition to the every 12 hours on the counterintelligence side, the Chinese government has a bigger hacking program on the cyber side that we're up against than that of every other major nation combined, and have stolen more of Americans' personal and corporate data than every nation combined. So we will absolutely need more resources to be able to keep pace with something like that.
So write it down. If you don't write it down, you got nobody to blame but yourself. If you write it down and we say no, then you can blame us. All right, let's move to